Swayam Prabha. Digital India. Educated India.
Hello dear friends, welcome back to NPTEL online course on logistics and supply chain management. So today we will start discussion on very important topic, which is designing the distribution network. Having said that, important means why? Because this is the network which is going to ensure the final end mile delivery of the product and services. It's not only that through this distribution network you will deliver your product or services, but this is the point of contact where you are directly in touch with the end customer or consumer who is going to consume your product or services. So that means when you are in contact with the customer, recording their information, feedback, preferences, whatever their preferences are, so that is very important. So this channel becomes important in that aspect as well, right? So we will spend couple of sessions on what are important factors when we will talk about designing the distribution network. So very basic concept here is, whenever we are talking about designing distribution network, so obviously we will keep some points in our mind, right? Like points means what are the set of services we are going to provide. Obviously when you are saying comparing your online distribution network or with the retail shop, obviously two different set of establishments. So both are providing different experience. When you want to physically check some product, feel some product or visualize some product, so obviously you prefer to go to retail shop and then you are picking the product, right? So that may be the one advantage. But when you are so overburdened with the day routine life, so then you want to order, because maybe standardized routine items, you want to place the order to maybe any platform and then you want the doorstep delivery. So these are kind of services, means extreme end. And then when we are talking about e-commerce industry, different level of services. When we are talking about the long chain of wholesaler, distributor, retailer, then this different set of services are there, right? So this is one aspect, level of services. The other aspect when we will pick our distribution network is the cost. If we are talking, means we discussed in the last session I think as well about the supply chain cost. So total cost is your obviously the material cost, material acquisition cost, manufacturing cost, your distribution cost, your storage cost, facility cost, where you are setting up your distribution network. These are some of the costs, right? But here we are going to discuss only about the distribution cost. What can be the your distribution cost will be your logistics cost, right? So your logistics cost will be including your transportation cost, your warehousing cost, your storage cost and facility setup cost, right? If you are setting up distribution center, so that is one factor. So cost versus level of services, we will try to make the trade-off between these two parameters, and then we'll say this is a kind of particular design distribution design we'll go for, right? So then we'll see the distribution designing with a perspective of your online sales, because now the online sales platform are growing like anything, and we'll discuss this discussion in the next session, where we will discuss what are the different options available, as when we are talking about considering all these parameters, considering the impact of online sales. Then we'll talk about all those different design options, and we'll evaluate those different design options with respect to cost parameters, with respect to level of services they are providing, right? And then we'll end this discussion on designing distribution network with one beautiful case of Dell, right? So quickly going through supply chain, we know the complete supply chain, raw material suppliers, manufacturers and customer at one end, right? So in between those three major stakeholders, we will try to manage the distribution of the product and services, right? So having said that, that means movement of either raw material from the supplier to manufacturer, or the movement of the finished goods from the manufacturer to the end customer, right? So like I pointed out, whenever we are making this decision of designing the distribution network, we will consider cost and then what value we are delivering to the customer, right? Level of services. So quickly going through one example, Walmart, when we are saying that, the Walmart case study we have discussed in detail, low cost, huge variety, fair quality, right? This is their key tagline if you will just define Walmart. On the other hand, if we will define Dell, very responsive supply chain, where they are providing the customized PCs to the customers, right? If you talk about Zara, they are so quickly replenishing their design patterns, so they are in that way very responsive. They are not cost efficient. Cost efficiency is not main criterion on which they are competing. If you are talking about 7-Eleven Japanese store, where they are changing the shelves so quickly and providing the merchandise, morning if you will go, you will get some other merchandise, evening they will change, right, totally, and they are also including the local merchandise as well. So these different players working on different strategy, different distribution network. So if I will say here that one particular distribution network is good enough to all the industries, is not fair enough, right? Even if I will say one distribution network in one industry only, not sufficient, right? Because if we will talk about Amazon, ShopClues, Walmart, Flipkart, eBay, Myntra, all those players, Meesho, all those, Azio, all those players are having different distribution strategies, right? So one are hitting some parameters, other are hitting some other parameters, right? But only thing is, broad concept will take care is one hand your cost parameters, how you are affecting, other hand your level of services you are providing to the customer. So saying that level of services, that means what can be the factors? Obviously, when we are talking about level of services to the customer, one is the response time. How much time you are taking to respond to customer query. Then product variety, product availability, whether your distribution network is supporting huge variety of the product, or you are keeping limited product variety because you want to be cost efficient. So you want to cut down the inventory cost, right? Product availability. Whenever you are visiting my retail shop, you are always finding the availability of my product, right? That means I am managing that inventory of the product. But if I am cost efficient, obviously maybe sometimes I may be out of stock. Customer experience. If customer is visiting my shop and they have picked, I am not talking about online store, I am just talking about the physical store. If you are visiting, let's say Spencer, and then you are picking all the items, and after billing you are asking them, you deliver these boxes, maybe 2-3 boxes at my doorstep. If they are doing that, that means customer experience is enhanced in the offline retail store as well, where you are seeking for doorstep delivery. Time to market is another parameter. That means today you are launching the product or services and when it is available for the sales in the market. So if you are launching anything, very simple concept, online, at the moment you are launching, everything is available in the market. But if you are, just imagine somewhere product you are launching in Delhi, how long it will take to reach in Calcutta, Kharagpur or other geographical regions. Order visibility, and you have seen that when we are going through online, so we are tracking where is our order. Returnability is very, very important concept, whether offline or online. Any issue with the product quality, it should be, our distribution network should support that return should be easily processed. It's not that only you are accepting the product, you need to again credit back to the customer, right? So that depends upon distribution network with the shorter response time can provide faster, obviously shorter response time means faster delivery, larger product variety, more options to the customer. Which type of distribution network you are opting for. So when we are designing, we need to take care of two broad phases. First one is you visualize the broad structure of the supply chain network, right? And second is, broad structure means whether you are opting for offline store where customers will, now this again I am saying that there is no pure one strategy. So if I am talking about, let's say, furniture market, so furniture market is something, unless you will not actually feel the product and then you are going and then feeling the wood quality and finish and the color and the whatever parameters are there, you will not finalize the furniture, because that furniture will be with you for next 15-20 years at least, right? This is the average, right? So that means what is the broad structure? If I am talking about some routine grocery items, always I am using Tata Salt, let's say. So Tata Salt, if I am buying offline or online, how does it matter? So as long as that packet of salt is reaching safely at my doorstep, I am okay with that, right? So once that broad structure is done, then you will convert that broad structure into specific locations, right? If you are going through offline, you need to set up store in Kharagpur. But if you are going through online, you are accepting online order only and then delivering at my doorstep, then you can be in Calcutta, you can be in Delhi, you can be in Bangalore, Ahmedabad, anywhere you can be. You can be overseas as well. You need not to set up those facilities, right? So choice of distribution network can have a significant impact on the profitability, and that becomes your USP as well. So if I am saying Dell, why Dell is so successful? Because they are providing you the customized product. How they are doing that? You visit Dell website and then you can add your features, your requirement, your configuration, and then they will deliver you through their local retailer. Still retailer they are managing. Earlier they were not managing retailer even, but then they thought that because some standardized products are there where maybe we need to go for a high responsive rate we need to go for, right? So then it can be done only when we have localized retail store, right? So the main point here is you should, whatever distribution network you are picking, you should align it with your strategic goal, and your strategy is cost efficient. Then you need to pick the distribution network which is hitting all the cost parameters. So quickly we'll go through service parameters like we talked about, okay? So customer, what customer is looking for? Response time, whether customer is ready to wait. Here very simple concept is, if you are dealing with some maybe very customized kind of products, right? So then even if, because you cannot produce unless customer is giving the requirements. So that means in those kind of customized product, customer is ready to wait for some period of time. But if it is not kind of very regular or standardized product, obviously I want very less response time so that quickly it can be delivered. Product variety, what type of variety is required? So if very standardized product in steel rods, in sugar industry, in salt industry, those commodity products, what extra you will do with the product? There is very less variety, right? But when we talk about automobile industry, so I talked about Maruti Suzuki, right? Where in petrol they are, VXI is there, LXI is there, then next model of LXI, then VXI, next model of VXI, then ZXI, next model of ZXI. So that means minimum 6 models for petrol version, then 6 models for diesel version, then 6 model for hybrid version, 6 model for electrical version, and this I am talking only about one color. Now let's say if these are for 24 different models are there, then if I am having 2 colors, 48. If I am having 4 colors, 10 colors, 240, 10 colors, 240 models. Then 240 models, one engine capacity is maybe 1200 cc, other engine capacity maybe 1600 cc. So just you double the number, right? So that means that product variety, it is very difficult to maintain offline, right? So if that kind of product, so then you can maintain it online. Whenever customer is ordering that product, Maruti Suzuki will take minimum 2 months, 3 months, waiting time, and then they will process the product accordingly. But standardized product, maybe if that middle model, maybe VXI is very famous in that particular model, let's say Grand Vitara. So then you may be getting very quick delivery. Product availability is another feature. That means whenever you are visiting my online store or retail shop, huge availability of the product. So always in stock. But then you compare online versus offline. So let's compare the parameters online versus offline. It will be better to understand the rest of the design options. So online, if today you are launching the product, today it is available in the market, and just you need to click the pictures of the product, different colors, and inventory is maintained. Only virtual inventory you are maintaining. So that means anytime customer is visiting, that you can show the availability. But sometimes we are seeing that because if that we are depending highly on some third vendor, like let's say if we are talking about Apple iPhone. So usually you might have seen the model which is in huge demand. So sometimes these Flipkart or Amazon, they are out of stock. They are showing out of stock, right? So that happens when that high demand for particular products are there, or seasonal offers are there. So people are consuming more than actual demand. So then that may happen. But maintaining high product availability during offline is big challenge, because that inventory you cannot handle. Customer experience. If you are ordering product on my website, so I am delivering to your doorstep, your customer experience is enhanced. If I am giving you option to customize your product, that your experience is enhanced. So that means online, but if you go to retail shop, maybe you will get only standard product. So there you can compare. Time to market. Today I am launching the product online. It is available everywhere, every corner of the world, wherever you are delivering that product. But offline, it will take time, maybe 10 days, 15 days, 20 days to reach that inventory to the end level. Order visibility obviously is very important when we are talking about online, and online because many players you get the updated information. Now your product has reached somewhere in the Gurgaon facility hub, and then it is transported to Calcutta. It has reached to Calcutta hub. Now it is reaching to maybe Kharagpur. Then today it is out for delivery. All that information is there. But when we are talking about offline store, that information, if you are placing order for something and you are waiting for that, that level of visibility or maybe digital platform we are not using, right? Returnability. Returnability in obviously online store, the high rate of returns, 25% to 30% rate of return. And we have talked about this in e-commerce session when we talked about that somewhere maybe around 60 to 70% of the people or customers, they are just before buying any product, they are checking whether the return option is available or not. So these are some of the parameters where customers are evaluating different distribution network services level. Now to provide those services, obviously we are maintaining inventory, that is cost. We need to transport, whether you are transporting to retail shop or you are transporting to individual customer home. So obviously that cost will be higher. Facilities and handling, in between warehouses are there, distribution storage are there, or if manufacturing is companies managing the inventory, so that cost will be there. Information, obviously that information network platform you need to develop, like Amazon, Flipkart, Walmart, they have developed, or any website, right, where you can enter your order detail, where you can get the information of the product, pricing, policies, everything you can get read. So these are the 4 parameters or drivers we have discussed, which will impact, obviously these will also impact the sourcing and pricing also. How you are delivering and what product you are delivering will impact your pricing strategy as well. So quickly we'll go through what are the relationship between these parameters and what will happen if we'll change one parameter, how it will affect other. See, if I'm increasing the number of facilities, so response time is very less. This is, let's say, T1. So number of facilities are N1, let's say. But if I am reducing the number of facilities, you can see the response time T2 is very, very high. So that is quite obvious. See, that means I am having this facility in Kolkata, right? So now through this centralized distribution network, I am covering, let's say, almost 700 to 1000 kilometers area all around, right? So these different markets I am covering. So obviously that means only one facility is covering around 1000 kilometer area, okay? So 1000 kilometer in one direction. So if 10 direction, 10 different markets or 100 different markets or 500 different markets, number of facilities are less. So obviously 1000 kilometer when you are shipping the product, it may take 3 to 5 days to deliver the product, simple. But if I'll say put facilities near to all those markets, so now only maybe I'm covering 50 kilometers or less than that, right? So less than that means now response time, customer is coming to me, quickly I'm delivering the order. That is the relationship between number of facilities and the response time. But the other thing is, when we'll increase the number of facilities, obviously inventory cost will increase, because now instead of managing inventory at one location in Calcutta, now we are managing inventories at 100 different markets or locations, right? So that means those many facilities you are setting up, so number of facilities are increasing, inventory cost will increase because you are maintaining inventory at different locations. Another very beautiful relationship of number of facilities with the transportation cost. Now this I have discussed, very basic example. Let's say one network structure is like this. Here is manufacturer and here is distribution or fulfillment center, here is customer. Let's say this distance is 100 kilometer, this distance is 10 kilometer. The other structure is where this distance is 10 kilometer and this distance is 100 kilometer. Now this is, let's say for distributor, this is your inbound logistics cost. Whatever is coming in, that is inbound logistics cost, and whatever you are shipping out of your company, that is outbound logistics cost, right? So now you see, when the always inbound logistic cost is higher than the outbound logistics cost, that means we need to minimize the outbound logistics distance. How it can happen? When we have more facilities near to end customer. More earlier we were covering 1000 kilometer, now we are covering only 10 kilometer. So that means outbound distance has decreased, and because outbound distance cost is higher than inbound, so we can minimize the cost. So this is how number of facilities will increase, so transportation cost will decrease first. Why it is increasing after that point? Because maybe after that we are not able to use the economies of scale concept, because let's say if one truck can carry up to this maybe 10 ton, so after that maybe we are hiring small trucks and they can carry maybe 2 ton capacity, let's say. But because our customer is only ordering maybe less than somewhere 1 ton or 1.5 ton, that means that capacity we are not able to utilize fully. So there the per unit cost will increase. That's why after that, if we are including more number of facilities, so that it will shoot up the cost. Another very simple example why your outbound logistics cost is higher than inbound. Let's say we are shipping furniture, table. So if I'll ship the finished table, maybe only in one truck we will ship maybe not more than 10 or 15 or 20 tables, depending upon the capacity of the container, right? But if I am only shifting in, if I'll disassemble that table and then will shift, maybe I can shift for more than 1000 tables material, and then at the customer end again it can be assembled with minimum effort, because already we have assembled it. And then, so you might have seen when you are placing order in Amazon or Flipkart, some of the items you need to assemble again, right? So this is example how you can reduce the outbound logistics cost. So these example already I discussed. Another example for Amazon warehouse, what they are doing, they receive full truckload shipment of books on the inbound. So they are setting up small centers near to the customers, because customer are placing order for 1 or 2 or 3 books maximum, right? So that way you need to cover long distance to cover many customers, right? You are not getting order from one library where you need to drop all the books, then it is fine, right? then you can increase the inbound logistics cost distance. But when it is like that, when segregated orders are coming from different locations, so then what Amazon warehouse they are doing, they are extending this inbound logistic cost, where they are consolidating large number of books in one truck, and then they are maintaining inventory somewhere, distribution storage near the customer, and then they are finally delivering it, right? Another example, number of facilities, facility cost. Obviously you have 2 facilities, this cost, 3 facilities, this cost, 4 facilities, this cost, 10 facilities, cost will increase, right? So that facility cost will increase. So number of facilities, that fixed investment is required. So these relationships are very important. Now let's plot the total logistic cost. Total logistic cost is like this, and will include your facility cost plus your transportation cost plus your inventory cost, right? This is the total logistics cost. And other cost we discussed, we can discuss is about information cost. That we will discuss when we will discuss about the different distribution network designs, right? But here the logistics cost is facility cost, inventory cost, and transportation cost. So this, as long as you are enjoying the economies of scale, the cost will lower down with the number of facilities, okay? So but if you will increase further the number of facilities, your cost will increase, because that full capacity of the truck may not be utilized. And response time already we have seen. You can see this is the point where you can minimize the total cost as well as you can minimize the response time as well. So you can say these many number of facilities are maybe the right decision to go for, right? So where you can minimize the total cost, and also you are maintaining fair response time, that customer need not to wait that much, where they start shifting to some other vendor, right? So what are the design options for a distribution network? We will see. One is direct shipping. Direct shipping means manufacturer or any supplier is storing the product, you are placing the order online, and they are directly shipping the product, right? This is maybe Dell, you can take the example, you can go on their website, you can give your preferences, your configuration, they will deliver the product at your doorstep, right? So now they are delivering through retailer also. So the beauty of this direct shipping is all intermediaries are removed. That means retailer, wholesaler, distributor, carry forward agent, that long structure you are not following. So you can cut the cost as well, you have control over the quality as well, right? Centralized distribution, which Walmart is known for doing that, where they are maintaining inventory in the center and distributing from there to every market, right? So then you are minimizing the inventory cost, you are more cost efficient in that way. Decentralized distribution, when you are, like example we talked about, so that is another option you have, that you want to be very near to the customer, so that immediately product can be shipped, so that we can minimize the response time, but you are increasing the inventory cost. So these different options I already initially told you will change the parameter, whatever option you will pick will change the parameters, cost parameters as per that. Cross docking, what is cross docking? We discussed about when we are not storing in the warehouses, only temporary storage is being done. Let's say this is the location, up to this we utilize the full truck capacity, right, from point A to point B, but after point B maybe many different locations are there. So maybe from here also truck is coming which is utilizing the full capacity. Now we need to some products, this is one market, let's say this is one location in Kharagpur, this is Kharagpur KGP. Now some products are coming from this truck, some products are coming from this product, maybe some are coming from some other seller, right? So here you will not store, you will just ship those products in smaller truck and consolidate all the orders going to that location of Kharagpur, right? So this is how you are doing the cross docking. Drop shipping, you place the order online, they will drop the product in your doorstep, right? So in that way, if drop shipping can be best performance criterion when you are maintaining inventory at a manufacturing location only, and whosoever is placing the order, you are delivering direct to the customer, and customer experience is also enhanced because they need not to waste time. But then again, if we are talking about the customized kind of standard products, you can go for drop shipping. But if it is kind of a customized product, right, or maybe where variety is huge, where you want to see the product, then this drop shipping will not work. Hybrid distribution, where you can use centralized as well as decentralized. Some of the locations, if many orders are coming, you can enjoy economies of scale, you can go for decentralized. Maybe one location from Calcutta is Midnapur and another location is Kharagpur, right? Maybe Midnapur, the population size is huge, right? So they can utilize the economies of scale. Let us set up one distribution center in Midnapur. But the other location is Kharagpur, where the so many orders are not coming. So let's say serve it from either Midnapur or from Calcutta. So whosoever is nearby location, we can go with the hybrid. Hybrid can be like offline as online also, right? Like what Dell is doing, offline also and online also, right? Third party logistics provider, this is we have discussed in detail, first party to sixth party logistics provider, where if you are not sure about the orders scalability, you need to scale down, scale up, where you are not sure about the market, where you don't have expertise with the logistics activities, you don't have the courier partners, then you can outsource this, right? Now we'll talk about online sales and distribution network. Obviously providing you the opportunities in terms of huge access to the market, so that is one biggest opportunity when you are going online. But the challenge is, when we are saying huge access to the market, that geographical region you need to cover with your online distribution network. So how we are doing that? Fulfillment centers are there, which dedicated fulfillment centers, warehouses are there. If I'll place the order maybe from Flipkart, so Flipkart is having fulfillment center nearby me in Kharagpur or in Calcutta, and my order will be processed through there only, right? Inventory management. Inventory management, now see, when we are talking about online stores, usually we have 2-3 options. One is inventory led model, another one is zero inventory model, and third one is retailer storage model. Now sometimes what is happening, inventory led model is like you have your fulfillment centers. Amazon is having fulfillment center maybe in Calcutta, and customers are placing order nearby. Maybe Calcutta fulfillment center is covering 500 kilometers. From there they are fulfilling the orders. This is how Amazon is maintaining the inventory, and then they are shipping the products. Another is zero inventory model, where Amazon is not maintaining any inventory in the fulfillment center. What you are doing, in the other option, you will, as soon as you will get the order, you will process it from the manufacturer and then you will supply it through cross docking or whatever you are doing. Retailer storage inventory, what I'll do, I'll tie up with the local vendors here in Kharagpur. Whosoever, let's say I'm buying AC, Hitachi. So now I want to place order through Flipkart because those seasonal offers are going on. If I'll go maybe physically on the store, maybe those offers, cash back and those things, or maybe EMI, I will not get easily, right? So I want to buy online. Now when I'm buying online, so obviously shipping product AC from Delhi to Kharagpur will be difficult, or from any 500 or 1000 kilometer location. So what they can do is retailer storage inventory is where retailer will store the inventory. Whosoever is the retailer of the Hitachi, they will ship the product. So we have tie up with that. So this is inventory management. Last mile delivery is also very, very important, where this is the last end leg of any services or manufacturer provider, right, where you are delivering the product to the end customer. Order processing and packaging, as soon as you are getting the order, you are picking the order in the warehouse, you are packing it, and then you are finally doing the shipping process. Return management is very important in online, and we have seen that because tendency of buying online is huge, because without any reason we can return, right? So we need to ensure through effective return management process, right? So we need to handle the return, and then see, this is also very important. We are maintaining the inventory of the finished good in our warehouse, but whatever unused product is coming because customer did not like, that is also inventory. We need to update that inventory as well. Technology and automation, huge investment is required when we are talking about online retail store, right? Warehouse management system, your distribution routing system, right? How you can make the end mile delivery, right? Keeping the customer informed, that will happen only when you have technological and automation system. Customer experience, obviously you can provide only positive customer experience when you are giving them returns also. All those, you are hitting all those parameters we talked about in customer services, and when customer is not feeling happy with the product, they can easily return that product. Scalability and flexibility, so your distribution network should be agile or flexible enough. If those orders are coming, those many you can process, minimum orders are coming, you can process that as well. The best example always I quote you, right now maybe IIT Kharagpur campus, the people living here may not be more than 5,000, but you just imagine after 20-25 days it will raise to somewhere 25 to 30,000 when all the students will be back. So see, this is how this population is, and then you just imagine the number of orders will be placed, or Zomato or Swiggy, so that is obvious. Integration with physical store is best option when you don't want to maintain the inventory, you just process the order. Zomato, they are not at all maintaining any inventory, they don't know how to cook, they don't know what are the different recipes, just tie up with the storage local vendors, restaurants, and start delivering the products. Ola is another example. Data analytics, this is the main property of online store, right? So when they are selling through online, usually because of those seasonal offers and all those things, they are suffering from the losses. Where they are making money? They are making money because of this information data they are collecting. How customers are visiting their website, what is the footfall rate, how many products they are viewing, so that target advertisement can be done. And then on their website you can highlight your brand, and then all those things are there, right? So data analytics is one very strong field which is promising high returns for those players. What will be impact of online sales on customer services? If you are talking about physical product, response time will be higher. Today you are placing the order, it will take minimum 2-3 days to deliver, right? But digital product, just now you buy the this antivirus, within no second you will get the key and you can install, right? Product variety, online huge variety can be maintained, only you need to maintain the photographs, only you need to upload the images, right? Physical inventory you are not maintaining, where the cost will be. Product availability, you can show high product availability because through online. Customer experience 24/7, so today whole day is packed and I got free around maybe 9 o'clock in the evening, 10 o'clock in the evening, I suddenly realized, oh, I don't have to for tomorrow morning breakfast, I don't have bread and butter. So how I can place order with Amazon Fresh, and I'll just give them instructions as prime customer, tomorrow morning by 8 o'clock I need my bread and butter. So 24/7, if I'll start searching the retail shop at that time, maybe I'll get the one, but maybe then bread will be out of stock, butter will be out of stock, that also can happen. Geographical reach, so if you are maintaining the distribution network, that is another challenge, right? How to manage distribution challenge in the rural network where minimum orders are coming. Personalization, you can give your recommendation and tailored products can be provided to you. Faster time to market, already I told you, today you are launching, tomorrow the product is available for sale. Impact of online sales to customer services, order visibility, you can track wherever your order is, returns are easy, direct sales to customer, feedback, because you are interacting with the customer directly on your platform, so you can get the feedback as well, right? Flexible pricing and promotions, that happens, that you can see during Big Billion Days, Prime, Amazon Prime Days, all those things are going on, seasonal offers are there, and then they have seen the fluctuation of 50 to 60% rise in their demand of electrical products or home appliances or mobile phones especially, right? So those seasonal offers attached with some festival seasons are there, so those offers are there. Efficient fund transfer on online, if you are placing order now or receiving order now, if it is cash on delivery, just you will receive product once you have done the payment. That means easily you can liquidate the assets. But offline, sometimes you are selling on credit, bad credit can happen, so those things are there. On cost, inventory cost, because you are selling through one store, you can aggregate the inventory in the centralized locations and then serve the product and services to the different location. But if you are having fast moving kind of items like Amazon books which are in great demand, so then they are maintaining inventory, huge inventory near to customer. But if those which are having low demand, they are only starting the printing once they will get the order. So postponement is also possible in those products when you are selling customized product, like Dell is doing, like Amazon print low volume books like I quoted, right? So Dell will start assembly once they will record the order. Facility cost, network centralization, if that is there, will reduce the cost, and if you are utilizing the existing network, then also you can lower down the cost. You can see Netflix operates from about 50 warehouses, whereas Blockbuster is having more than 1000 retail stores because they are directly going through physical store. Operational efficiency will be higher when you are not maintaining inventory at different locations, so then it will be higher. Handling and delivery, because you are maintaining inventory only at the centralized location, so and then you just see. But in this case, when we are talking about online or offline, you see, if we are having grocery store, especially for grocery item I am talking about, usually we are going to Spencer, Big Bazaar or any other mall, right? So then we are picking the product, we are putting in the basket, and then we are standing in the queue for billing purposes. So that work usually is done by if local retailer you are going, Kirana store you are going, right? But here you are picking your product. The experience is also enhanced because directly you are all the products are displayed there, right? So that experience is also enhanced, and I am minimizing the cost also, because now I am not picking the product, my customer is picking, only I am doing the billing part, right? So impact on online sale on cost. Transportation, digital goods can be transported, means easily, no cost will be there, but non-digital products again. So if you are aggregating the inventory, then it will reduce the outbound logistics cost. But if you are processing the individual order, so then it will increase the outbound logistics cost. Information cost, you need to set up very strong information system so that visibility of the order can be enhanced. You can track the order easily, and then infrastructure cost will be there. Like Amazon acquired Zappos, we discussed this case, and then once they acquired, they got access to 1 million products, more than 1 million products. To manage those 1 million products on their website, they need to upload more than 2 million photographs on their website. So you can see how these decisions will affect the services levels and cost factor. So in the next session we'll explore what are the different options we have, and we'll discuss about the positive and negative of all those options. So the maximum content for designing distribution design network, so you can refer this book of Supply Chain Management, Strategy Planning and Operation by Chopra and Mandel. So that's all. Thank you very much.